Morning everyone, just arrived at Greg's, going to start a delivery in a sec. Today I've got a little task. I'm going to send off the DVLA form for the registration, two-seater. Get my words out. Just sorting the bed out. The bed over here, there's a drawer there. Need to put a little catch on it to stop it sliding. Keep sliding out, hitting the upper door. We have DVLA Swansea envelope. You need your V5 certificate, and then you go to section 1 on your V5, which is this blue section, and then it says just literally use black ink in capitals, change the information that needs changing. So I've gone through it. So it's number of seats, it's going from 3 seats down to 2 seats, and then the date of change is August, 11th of August. And that's it, I do believe. So you have to send off the entire form, it says. Then my MOT is in 6 weeks. So I'm hoping that's enough time to get this posted off, get it approved hopefully. I don't know if they're going to need validation or proof that it's been done, but we will see. I've just noticed that the rubber that was on there has come off. Where was that gone? Oh, anyway, yeah. So that's all you need to do. So we'll see how that goes. Now I've got a lick here. This envelope's old. It's about 10 years old, envelope. Dust. Right, I'm done. Got to find a post office now, get this posted off. Oh man, I hope it gets approved. Some people have said that you have, I don't know if it's on Reddit or something I read, that you sometimes have to submit documentation as well, that you've changed stuff. Maybe if it's a big build, you know, like for a panel van into a camper van conversion where you've got to have all these specific things done, maybe, but for removing a chair, I don't know, maybe. But we'll get that posted today. Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Blah, blah, blah. That's all I wanted to say today, is that DVLA is going to be updated. And you can see here now, I will put over the camera. That's the space that's now created by removing that chair. That's the drawer, and you can access down here now. From down here, if you look, I've got little Tupperware dishes. They're all empty, but they will be useful now, I think, going forward. So that's it. If you're looking to remove a chair or reclassify the amount of seats in your vehicle, it's as simple as that. Get your V5 document, change the number of seats, so it says 3, change it to 2, put the date you changed it, put the form into an envelope, the old form, post it off. That's the simple part. I don't know what happens after that. If it's simple and smooth, I'll just get a new V5 back saying 2-seater. That's what I'm hoping. So I'll keep you updated with that process. I hope that works. Oh, I haven't even posted this off yet. I know I said goodbye earlier, so I'm gonna cancel that out. I'll do that after. I started my shift at 9 o'clock on Just Eat. It is now 12:45. I got my first order an hour ago. I accepted it for £3.30 with a 50p bonus. And now I'm going to deliver it. I waited 40 minutes for this order. Crazy. Now it's raining. Right. That was a 45-minute wait. Picked it up and delivered to the customer. It was a local one, very close. It took about 4 minutes to deliver. And for the wait, I was given £3. So my £3 and 87 original order became £6.87. But that was an hour wait, technically, just over. So that hour I earned £6 something before obviously costs. I've now got a Morrison's order for £6, which I've accepted, and this is going a lot further. This is going all the way to like Lower Road, Tainham, and then my shift will finish. So my 4-hour shift, I will probably earn £12 to £13, which isn't great, but sometimes that happens with this sort of line of work. I managed to do 2 orders in my 4-hour shift, and it's £13 I've got, and I've still got to post this letter off. Getting there. We're not at all. I don't know what happened today, like the shift just didn't come. One of my friends who worked yesterday, in 7 hours got £114 doing Just Eat only. Two shifts, 100, yeah, really good. I've just done a 4-hour shift and got 13 quid. There's no reason really for that. It's just where it goes sometimes. Sometimes you get nice orders like £6, £7 in a row, a few of them in a row, and it adds up quick. I like the 7 quidders because it goes 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. It sort of jumps double digits quite quick. But they're not that common. As you saw, I got a free pound to start off with. But that's the whole thing of this gig economy. It's never guaranteed. You know, I've had days, I've had a couple of £200 days, the long days, 17-hour shifts, 16-hour shifts. It just works out good. You got some tips, you got some nice long runs that were clear roads, high amounts. You got some nice short ones that were still decent amounts. When the road's kind to you, traffic's kind to you, it all, yeah, it can be good. But then there are going to be days where it's slow. I mean, I've had awful days where I've done 6 hours and got 3 quid, 5 quid. So yeah, it's temperamental. Which is why, even though in my romantic brain, in my head, I thought, oh, maybe I can have the van converted and I can go around the country doing deliveries with Uber, Deliveroo. But Deliveroo, I'll do a video about this in the future, they've rejected me again for the 3rd time, saying my vehicle insurance is fraud. Another time I'll rant about that. It's not fraud. I've been pulled over many times the last 4 years delivering Uber and Just Eat. But yeah, so that's sort of gone out the window. Realistically, could I travel the UK with Uber? Maybe. Would it be as rewarding financially as my head tells me? Because my head goes off on a tangent thinking, ooh, if I earn £100 a day, my days off, that would be £400 extra. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I can return to my normal location and earn £175 a day. That's all on paper, and mathematically it all looks good. But the reality doesn't really ever support that. One of my ideas in my head, because I thought, well, this will be good, is that I got a bigger van, you know, like a Fiat Ducato I was thinking I'd like to get. So I can stand up in it, live in it, put a good power system in it, do my live streaming from it, music, gig with it, drive off places and do gigs and sleep in it after the gigs. And then I'd have a bike inside and a canoe on the roof, or a blow up kayak inside. All fantasy ideas at the moment, but then I would have either electric motorbike or a e-bike or whatever it was on the back of the vehicle, And with that, I would do my deliveries, come back to the big van, park that up. If it's an electric moped, you should get about 80 miles on them. Put it on charge, use solar to charge it, the battery, and then go back again. You can do more deliveries per hour. You can get through the traffic better, and the scooters will work in all locations. But reality kicks in. It's like, I need to buy a van first. That's 8 to 10 grand for a decent van I want. Then I need to buy the electric moped. That's another lot of money. So it all falls apart then. Applying for loads of jobs. Last week was about 45 jobs. In the last 2 months, probably looking close to 150 jobs. Nearly all rejected, but I've got one. This job I applied for in April. It's still going on now. It's still going. I've got another interview next week. If I get through that interview, I've then got another interview after that. I did an online assessment maybe 6 weeks ago. That passed, and I'm still on the interview process. Yeah. I was going to do a short video, like I always say, but then I thought, actually, why I'm doing this DVLA form to get it reclassified, which I'm going to go and post it now. Why not have a little catch up and take you on a delivery with me? And then the day I decide to do that is the day I get no orders. So I was just sitting there doing nothing in Greg's. But they did give me a free coffee for the last order, where I was waiting 45 minutes. Madness. But I'm getting hungry now. It's like 1:30. I've not eaten today yet. So I'll go and post this off next. I think that'll be the next thing I do. So I've be rethinking what I'm going to do next, plans wise, with all this. If I get this job, it'll be back to working 5 days a week, but it does give me a financial bit of security income wise. So with that financial sort of guarantee, I was looking at potentially getting a new vehicle. When I say new, I don't mean brand new, but I mean a newer vehicle. It'll be on finance. I'd go for a bigger van in height and length. Like I said, a Fiat Ducato 2.3 multi-jet is what I was looking at. It's quite reliable, and it's what a lot of motorhomes are built upon. So I'd go for one of them, and then I would sell this one, hopefully, you know, adding a bit of value to it by the conversion that we've done, and then moving to the big one, which means reconverting that again, starting with that. But it'll be a full bed, and I'll be able to live in it a lot more easier. But then I can pay off my debt for this vehicle. I still owe 4,000 for this one, and hopefully then reinvest the extra money, if there is anything extra, into the new build. Doing that combined with the job would be a bit of guaranteed income as well. Which would also be nice. You lose that bit of freedom, but if I'm honest with myself, I haven't got much freedom at the moment, in a sense of going away and doing stuff, because I don't earn enough doing the deliveries. So maybe it's better to get it's a decent paid job as well. If I got it, it means I would be able to afford to go away and do stuff on the spare time. But that's not, you know, what I'm about long term, like what my goals and dreams are. If you're not aware of what I try and do, is I've tried to make money online for 20 years now. I've done different things like domain flipping. I earned some money doing that, buying websites for £8, selling them for 200. it wasn't enough to sustain a long-term career. I've done dropshipping, I've done print on demand. They earn bits of money here and there. Best success I had set up my own SEO agency, and I run that for 2 years, and that earned me enough money to live. And it stopped once COVID started. I had my own outdoors company, Be More Wild Limited. It never really got a chance to take off because I started that just before COVID really kicked in. But lots of different things online, as well as music and basic gig, care homes and do weddings and stuff. That was alright, paid me decent. And there was one point where I was making my money purely from weddings, gigs, care homes and match betting. I used to do match betting. I stopped that when I then went and got a normal job. And then the weddings stopped, match betting stopped, everything sort of stopped again. Maybe that was a mistake, I don't know. But now I've got sort of a couple of brands. So I've got my personal brand, Donny Hutton, which is music still release music on all the platforms. I may go back to gigging, but I would like to do more live streams. And I've got plans for, in an ideal world, if I had enough money, I'd set up a software company for musicians. I've got it all written out what I want to do with it. Maybe AI will help me with this now, because I can't afford to hire software engineers, and I don't know enough about all the different types of front end, back end, and all this sort of stuff you need to build this multifaceted software. But it would be phenomenal software, and it's also community. So there's a lot of stuff for musicians, community-wise, that I'd like to do with it. So that's on my list. I have like a role-playing brand that I make podcasts for and do some role-play with. Got some merch, and I've been writing some fantasy books, but I don't use my name for the books. One day I can share all that information if people are interested. I like to keep that sort of separate. And then I've got my outdoors multi-faceted brand that I've just restarted. So I used to have Be More Wild. Now I still have that name, but I rebranded into The Outsiders. And again, this is a community-based project that I'm working on long term, but I've been looking at doing my own coffee brand, and I make my own merch. So I've got beanies, t-shirts. Also looking to make some other merch for like print on demand facilitated, but making my own merch, t-shirts and beanies again, but aimed for people that like the outdoors, but more comedy stuff. As another financial income stream, really, just to finance making more of the video content I want to make. I actually want to make some decent documentary style videos, but that takes time and money. So if I can make money through other stuff, hopefully that can help sort of grow that side of things. It's a huge amount of stuff. I want to get back into making my own products again as well. I had a guy that made axes for me. They all sold in the end. Actually no, I've got 2 left. I do have 2 left. The Raven axes, so I might actually relist them on the Outsiders website. But they were cool, called the Raven. I was making a brand called the Raven. It was axes, knives and like folding saws. It's part of the Raven range under Be More Wild, but that'll probably all need redoing again now. There's a lot of things I want to do. I've got some books as well I've written. I wrote some, always get my brain muddled up, fiction books years ago, drafts and stuff, which I've decided to try and actually bring to life. So they're all going to get released slowly. A couple of them have been scheduled for release, and I've done a couple of books on food delivery, like a guide book on how you can make money doing food delivery, and I've got one about how to make money online. It's more like an overview of all the different types of ways you can make money using the internet, your phone or your laptop and stuff. It doesn't deep dive into each individual concept, but it gives you an overview, so you can go, oh, actually that's interesting, I might be interested in doing that. So that's called .com Paydays. That will be on Amazon in the next couple of months, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, then I'm just trying to focus my energy, spare time when I'm not, if I get this new job, will be into obviously making content, finishing the books, working on the podcast, releasing music. It's just non-stop. I just can't settle for doing just a job and then not doing other stuff. For the last 20 years I've been trying to build my own brand, my own business empire, and a lot of people support it, a lot of people have mocked it. A lot of people don't see the amount of work and time that I spend on a lot of these things that are unseen. They think I'm just sort of a dreamer or lazy, but when you see the amount of work I actually do on these things, you realise actually, while you're watching films or soaps or just browsing social media stuff, you know, I'm writing a book, I'm recording a podcast episode, or writing an album, or creating some new merchandise, updating the website, building the website, writing articles, blog posts, sales funnels. It never ends. And I've got like 6 separate branded businesses that I'm trying to run at the same time. It's just, yeah, it's hard work. One of them, if you were interested and still listening by now, because I'm obviously on a massive rant, is I was thinking of using one of the websites as a teaching portal as well. So as part of .com Paydays, I mentioned all these different ways you can make money. Well, maybe I can show you one website that I've built and the different ways to monetize it, and you can follow along as I try and turn this project into an income stream. It might be useful for people. It will contain things like blogging, affiliate marketing, Amazon Associates, advertising like Google AdSense. It will cover print on demand, dropshipping, membership building, a lot of stuff. So that could be quite interesting for people. So you can take what I'm doing with this website and put it into your own sort of interest or passion or niche. And I can maybe put it on this channel as well, because it's a remote job as well. You can do this anywhere in the country, in the world, whether you live in a house or in a van or a boat, as long as you've got some form of internet connection, Wi-Fi, or 3G, 4G, 5G, or 3G don't exist much now, does it? You can run these businesses, but they're hard work. They take a lot of time and effort. Anyone on the internet that tells you it doesn't, they're lying to you. One of the things I've learned from obviously Tony Robbins, people love him, but he's just an emotional marketer, so I see him as. These people don't care about your success. They care about you believing you can succeed just enough so they can keep selling you products and ideas. So don't ever fall for that. You need real, tangible stuff that you can get involved with. So don't fall for all these marketers online, because they don't care about you. They really don't. And you may believe they do and defend them. All they want is you to go and join their seminars and their events where they charge you thousands upon thousands upon thousands. They get you excited, hyped up. You're buzzing to go and say, yay, I'm gonna make money. You get all that raw, that emotion of feeling about really making a difference. They play with your emotions as well. They inspire you. And then a year later, you're back at another seminar, because the emotion, that feeling, that dopamine release you got from them has stopped. It's gone. And you didn't actually do anything when you went away. You just lived in that dream in your head of making things happen. And it's sad. I mean, I got caught in it. There was a marketer called Andrew Reynolds, very, very famous internet marketer. I got swept up into his marketing, went to one of his events. He donates all the money to charity, so you think, oh, what a nice guy, but that's obviously to pull people in more. And then I realised he's actually just That's a polite way of saying it. He's just a liar. A very good marketing liar that plays on people's emotions, and he made a fortune doing it. I found out one of his sort of lies when he said he bought a marketing system for £100,000 on eBay during the event, and then he got it bounded up into these beautiful books, and it looked really nice, the books. And then I realised afterwards all he did was take a public domain book, which means it's free for anybody to take ownership of, rewrite, change, package, remarket, rebrand, do anything you want with it, because the copyright's expired. And all he done was take that and quite a few other products. As a Man Thinketh was one of them. The Master Key system. And then he was selling them for £99 a month. This, I think he called it the Covenant of Timeless Wisdom. So £99 a month, it lasted at least a year. So a free product, he rebranded and marketed into a £1,200 per person business, which is obviously very good sales marketing, but is it morally, is it ethical? I don't know. The fact he lied about actually getting the products, he said he paid £100,000 for them, would be one of the reasons why he's a bit of a bull crapper. But he's retired now anyway on all the people's money that he made. Don't get me wrong, he did give a lot of money to charity, supposedly. But he probably did that to lower his taxes somehow. Yeah, that's my rant done. This video is miles longer than I thought it was going to be. Oh, I didn't post a letter! Let's go and post the letter. What a twat. I was too busy talking.